I'm Corbett Wall with DV Auction, here with your 3-minute cattle market update for Wednesday, May the 17th, where this market is sure lower this week, and I've seen a lot of maneuvers that the packers have used in different times to break the market when it was getting out of hand or out of their control. I'm not sure I've seen this one, but if you look at last week, it appears that the packers priced beef out of the market and not moving a lot of dressed beef to speak of, really, at these record highs that they pushed it to. Some of the most popular cuts in the box beef cutout values, they raised to all-time record highs. We're still a long ways from where they were paying record high cattle prices there 3 or 4 years ago. Got up in the 170s there. Now, highest it got here was 147. But pricing some of those popular items at all-time record highs. Well, of course, they're not moving any product at all. They weren't really concerned with moving product because they had sold so much out front weeks and months ago and have been trying to fill that. But they priced this so high that your end users, retailers, have completely backed off of beef. Not putting out any big specials or anything. I noticed there was been a handful of big time grocery chains that had beef on sale and was going to run it through the grilling holidays. They backed that off now, and it's like the packers cut their nose off despite their face, just doing anything to get things back under their control. And they've got it done now. They've got this fat cattle market headed south now and really scrambling, trying to hold any kind of position. And now we've started to get into May deep enough now that show lists are starting to get a little bigger. Market ready supplies are going to climb a little more. They might have to put some wheels under cattle to get them up in those northern plants where they need them, because there's still not a lot of cattle in the northern plains that have enough days on them or are ready quite yet. But they've sure got this thing back where they want it, and it's headed south, and it doesn't appear to be any good stopping place until it gets down there into those 110 to 120 range there where we saw so much support before. But you look at the board here, live cattle futures August contract, Monday was down 297. That's after those markets were up big on Friday, remember. Then Tuesday, your August live cattle futures down 55 to end the day on Tuesday at 118 1/4. That's for August. Your June spot market at 121.90 compared to your most recent established market in the Southern Plains at 138. Didn't it seem like just the other day we were trading fat cattle at 147? But you look at your feeder cattle board, August contract there also. Monday was down 255 after being up the limit on Friday with all those talks of China re-entering our market. Tuesday, August feeder cattle down $1.57 to end the day on Tuesday at 147.70. That's your August there. Your weighted average on last week's fat cattle trade on live steers, your weighted average was 137.28, down 7.32 compared to the previous week. Dressed steers averaged 220.33, down 9.47 compared to the previous week, and just really stiff losses there. But it's appearing that we're going to be trying to find anything to hold the market together now, because it's just going to be kind of in a free fall here. But we did gain quite a bit of market position, a whole lot more than anybody thought that we would get in the spring here. But you look at your feeder cattle prices there, your real-time index on Beef Market Central late on Tuesday was at 141.58. That was down 57 cents from the previous day and down $1.04 compared to the end of last week. So you know that our feeder cattle have been selling lower. Oklahoma City on Monday there, 8,600 head. Feeder steers steady to 5 lower. Feeder heifers 1 to 3 lower. Now, albeit that's compared to that higher market. They're one of the few markets that had a higher market a week ago Monday. So they're just kind of getting down there to where those other high volume sales were the middle of last week. Calves not well tested, but weak to $3 lower. Joplin on Monday at around 7,000 head. Called feeders there to $2 to $4 lower, and calves $6 to $10 lower without all that Northern Plains demand that they had a week ago Monday, buying those calves because they don't have any this time of year, weighing 400 to 650 pounds up in the Northern Plains, and they're buying them and not concerned with those cattle not having a lot of hair, because you don't need hair this time of the year to go north. But if you look at the report on Beef Market Central there, you look at the 5 weights out of Joplin, the average on them really $12.50 lower. So it was stiff losses there on your calf weights out of Joplin. But more than anything, more than your calves, which have backed off a bunch there in Joplin, but the biggest weight that looks like it's fallen out of favor this week is your 7 weight steers. And you know, we see what we're going into with those fall contracts on live cattle futures there, but 7 weights, you know, and now we've got our 8 weight steers averaging in the 130s somewhere. The 7 weights are not much higher than that, in the low 140s, but you get down into the 6 weights, some 6 weight feeder cattle still selling pretty good, way up in there, averaging in the 50s and the 60s, and we saw that at El Reno, Oklahoma on Tuesday for their calf sale. We saw their heavy 5 and 6 weight calves actually selling higher than a week ago, but the lighter weights quite a bit lower. But one quote there I want to shout out to, they texted me, and Kurt Sportleader at Unionville, Missouri there, not on Beef Market Central. I wish they were. Need to call and talk to me about that. We can get you hooked up for nothing. But a load of 714 pound steers at Unionville, Missouri, extreme north central Missouri. You can throw a rock to Iowa there, weighing 714 pounds at 171.50. And I'm not sure if some of those Iowa and Illinois farmer feeders have been asleep for the past week or 10 days or what, but that's a pretty wild price. But that's 3 minutes. We'll talk to you on Friday.